Good morning, third graders. It is June 2nd, 2020, and today we have a wonderful read aloud. It's entitled, It's Back to School We Go, and these are tales from around the world of students' first day at school. Let's take a look. Now, this story is written by Ellen Jackson. So we can kind of compare this with our first day of school at Tonawanda. And here's a wonderful world map of some of the different places that we're going to visit. The first place that we are headed to is Kenya. Let's take a look. And this is a story about Aching. And she is an 8-year-old girl from Kenya. So let's take a look. Jambo, hello. I, Aching, am a low girl from Kenya. My parents gave me a name that means sun because I was born at midday. Today I walked to school and met my teacher and classmates for the first time. Everyone was busy with chores. The girls swept the floor while the boys cut the grass with pangas or machetes. Afterward, we sat on a straw mat and began our lessons. I will learn health, arithmetic, and to read and write in Kiswahili. At noon, it began to rain. The noise of drops hitting the tin roof was so loud that we began to giggle. The teacher stopped talking when the storm was over. We went outside and ate mandazi, or fried bread, for lunch. I love sports, so I play soccer with some other children after school. We used 2 termite nests for goalposts. When I got home, I helped my mother tend the shamba, or garden. We are growing cassava, potatoes, and beans. Tonight we will eat red bean stew for dinner. Then grandmother will tell us stories about lion, hyena, and the other African animals. Let's take a look on this side, boys and girls. There's even more information. It says some Kenyans live in huts or on small lots of land where they grow corn, potatoes, cassava, pineapples, and mangoes. Others live in modern cities. Children go to school 6 days a week from January to November. The students help keep the school clean. In the classroom, they sit on a straw mat or share a desk. Books and papers are scarce. Kenyans love to play soccer. They sometimes use a bundle of rags for a ball and a termite nest for a goalpost. They also enjoy basketball, volleyball, and board games called mancala. That is played with seeds or shells. Elephants, leopards, cheetahs, and monkeys, lions, and zebras make their home in Kenya. Kenyans also enjoy telling stories about these animals. So, very exciting, boys and girls, to find out about what it's like to go to school in Kenya. Let's continue our travels today, and we're going to move on to Anton, and he is a 7-year-old boy from Kazakhstan. And let's take a look at Anton. Salam alaikum. I send you greetings from Almaty, Kazakhstan, where I live with my mother, father, sister Marina, and Graham, the dog. Today, September 1st, was my first day of school. How excited I was. After a breakfast of yogurt, cakes, and tea, I got dressed, putting on my good jacket and my boots. My father presented me with a bag of candles, pencils, and sweets in honor of this important day. At school, I will learn to read and write in Kazakh and Russian, the main language spoken in Kazakhstan. I will also learn to use a computer. When it was time to go, the whole family walked to my new school, number 115. On the way, my mother gave me a coin to buy a bouquet of flowers at the bazaar for my new teacher. After we arrived, the opening celebration began. The older children performed a dance, and one of the teachers gave a speech. Then a girl rang a bell. She had been chosen to carry a new child around the room for all the students to see. She picked me. Everyone laughed and applauded, and I was very happy. So I see some similarities, boys and girls, don't you? Like for the first day of school, my family always has a special breakfast. For the first day of school, sometimes I send special treats in my kids' lunches. Now, something that's very different is we do not pick someone to be carried around the first day of school at Tonawanda, but we do pass a microphone around at Tonawanda so that we can learn a little bit about the new students. Let's take a look and learn a little bit more about Anton. It says, children in Kazakhstan. In Kazakhstan, the first day of school is a time of celebration. Each child brings flowers for the teacher. One new student is chosen to be carried around the room and introduced to others. Children play a racing game called Baga. They also play Jebeshek, Bakundur, or sticky tree stump. A few children pretend to be trees. They squat down and try to touch others who run by. Boys enjoy wrestling and everyone likes table tennis. A meal might include noodle soup, mutton, cabbage, and plab, which is made from raisins, prunes, or apples. Koibas is a boiled sheep's head, and it's often served on New Year's Day. Kazakh music is played on a dombra, a two-stringed instrument, but many young people also like rock and roll and alternative music. Let's read on and find out a little bit about Kendi. Now, Kendi is from Nunavut, Canada, and Kendi is Inuit. So we've been learning a little bit about First Nation people in Canada when we read about our research information for Canada, and we learned about Arctic Sun, which was a book about Luke, an Inuit boy. So let's read a little bit more and meet Kendi. Kendi is 6. Asujutali, my name is Kendi, and I live in the territory of Nunavut, Canada, a land of ice and snow. My mother made me a parka and caribou mitts for the cold weather. But today was sunny, so I wore jeans, a jacket, and a baseball cap. I went to my classroom and met Mr. Anawak, my new teacher. Then all the students gathered on the tundra for a special outdoor picnic. The teachers built a fire and we roasted hot dogs, fish, and caribou meat. I like caribou the best, except when it sticks in my teeth. Some of the children picked blueberries and blackberries and shared them with the rest of us. Later, we played an Inuit blanket game. A group of older children held a blanket and bounced the smaller ones by pulling the blanket tight. Each child tried to bounce the highest. My show-off sister won the game. I will be in the first grade tomorrow when classes begin. I will learn Inuktitut and English, storytelling, science, and math. After school, my brother Stephen and I will hunt rabbits down by the river. This is more information about children in Nunavut, Canada. It says Inuit mothers make down-filled parkas, caribou mitts, and crocheted hats called nasaks to keep their families warm in the winter. In the classroom and in warmer weather, children wear t-shirts and jeans. The school year starts in the middle of August and ends in May. Students study English and Inuktitut, their native language, science, math, and computers. Schools invite Inuit elders into the classroom to share their knowledge. Children hunt for duck eggs in the spring and pick berries in the summer. They enjoy skiing, skating, and dog sledding in the winter. Inuit love to hunt and fish. caribou, seal, Arctic char, and maktak, or raw blubber. Their favorite dishes. But Inuit children also watch television and snack on chips, chocolate, and soda. So I've seen a lot of things that make us just like children from Canada. Like, I like chips and chocolate and soda, and I'm wearing t-shirt and jeans today myself. And in the wintertime, I like wearing really warm parkas because I get cold. Now, I never have tried blubber. I don't want to try it. And I don't think I've ever eaten seal before either. But who knows? Maybe they taste just like chicken. Let's meet another student, boys and girls. And let's take a look at Jessica. And Jessica lives in Australia. She lives down under. Let's learn more about her, okay? Now, Jessica's 9 years old. It says, "Good day. My name is Jessica and I live in Sydney, Australia with my mom and dad. It's the first day of the new term and I'm in year 4. That means I'm old enough to join the debating team and sing in the choir. After breakfast, I put on my school uniform, including a hat for the sun. Then I walked to school. Our class lined up in the yard. My new teacher, Mr. Elton, had us sit outside and make up some classroom rules. Brianna said he thought chewing gum shouldn't be allowed in the classroom, just as I blew a bubble. The teacher read us a funny story about cow dung custard by a famous Australian writer. Then we worked in the school bushland, doing some serious weed busting. I especially loved the blue flax lilies and the Mickey Mouse plants that grow there. I bought a popper at the canteen for a snack. In the afternoon, we were assigned computer key pals in Germany. I emailed my key pal and told her about kookaburras, koalas, and other Australian animals. Some people call Australia the lucky country. I know, I'm lucky to live here." Let's learn a little bit more about children in Australia. It says the school term begins at the end of January and ends in mid-December. School hours are from 9 to 3. Many Australian children wear uniforms, including hats, to protect them from the sun's strong rays. Lunch might include a meat pie or a sandwich and a fruit drink in a box called a popper. We call them juice boxes, don't we? For dinner, Australians like fast food, steaks, and salads. Some people eat kangaroo tail soup or smoked crocodile. Children play t-ball, rugby, soccer, and cricket, a game played with a bat and ball. The Australian wilderness, called the bush or bushland, is home to kookaburras, kangaroos, koalas, duck-billed platypuses, and other unusual animals. So, boys and girls, what a great book about the first day of school around the world. Tomorrow, I'm going to read the second half of the book, and we're going to meet some children from other parts of the world. So I hope you enjoyed our read aloud. And if you have not completed your passport or your slideshow, and if you have never given me your notes on your country, please do so. Now, if you need to share your country slideshow with me, you are welcome to share it with me. And make sure, if you haven't shared your passport with me, share that with me as well. Thanks a lot, boys and girls, and have a terrific day.